Welcome to the Tom and Joe Auto Show, starring Tom Tharp, competitive donkey rider, and myself, Joe Bucci, China's premier panda handler. We're going to talk your socks off about everything cool in the automotive world. Welcome, Tom. I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Tom and Joe Auto Show, episode number 7. How's it going tonight, Joe?
It's going good, Tom. How's it going for you?
Oh, good, man. I've had way too much coffee. I'm raring to go.
All right, that sounds perfect.
Let's address, as we always do, our titles up front here.
Okay.
You know mine. I'm a competitive donkey rider.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. You must be in really good shape.
Well, it's a team sport, Joe.
Right. Okay.
And I don't like to take the credit all myself. It's a team sport. The donkey and I, there's a regimen.
Okay.
Involved. We work as a team. We win as a team. We lose as a team. You've heard all these things before.
Yeah.
But this isn't your normal donkey riding, a nice sort of relaxing pace through the canyon. This is serious business. I mean, it's like a gymkhana course.
Oh.
If I could describe it. I don't want to get into too much detail here. This is an auto show, mind you, but...
right.
Maybe folks, if they want to send me a Facebook message or something, I can go into more detail on this.
Yeah, I think that's the way they handle that, Tom, privately.
I take it pretty seriously, though, as you can tell by my tone here. This is not a laughing matter. This is serious business. But
that is a serious tone.
Now, yours sounds so exclusive and interesting. China's premier panda handler. And I just want to keep saying it over and over.
Yeah.
I want that on a shirt.
It just rolls off the tongue. It's great.
Do you have a certificate?
No. The people in the Chinese panda community know that I'm the premier panda handler.
I see. So there's no need for such frivolous,
Yeah, it's like
niceties. It's.
I mean, the Chinese take their pandas very seriously. I don't know if you know this, but all of the pandas in the world belong to China. If you find a panda somewhere besides China, they're just renting it out.
Wow, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. I believe most things I read on Facebook. So.
Oh, yeah. I love the life hacks. The life hacks on there.
Oh, yeah, those are really helpful.
I imagine you see panda hacks on there, too, in your circles.
Yeah,
in your travels.
Private communities, we talk about that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to share any of that. I'm sure it's
if anybody wants to message me about it, ask me anything about it, I probably won't tell.
Panda. They all belong to China. Fascinating.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
Let's jump right into the show tonight, Joe. Now, right off the top, we've got a nice lineup for everybody here. Big stuff going on. But first, I have to talk about something that happened to me just a little bit ago, earlier today, just hours ago.
Okay.
Picking my daughter up from school. I got my 4-year-old son in there. He wants to listen to the kid jams.
Oh, yeah.
Handy Manny theme song, etc.
Good stuff.
Got that going in the maxi van, my 2004 Mazda MPV.
Okay.
And we're just sitting there listening to the music. It's very cold here, mind you. And daughter comes out. We all load up. Go to fire up the van. Nothing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, not even a click. Just nothing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And, I knew this battery, you get a sense with cars that it starts starting a little slower. You turn the key and it just sounds like it's just it's trying a little too hard. It's been doing that for a couple months,
right.
And I thought, I better get around to changing it. Well, the cold weather finally took it out. And in front of, I don't know, 3/4 of the entire town,
right.
my van died.
Oh, it's so unlike you, Tom. You're on top of the maintenance for the most part.
Well, folks... how word gets out. Folks know that you're into cars and you kind of are specialized in that sort of thing, and they come to you with car questions and stuff. And here's me in the dead van. hey, you got any jumper cables? Because I put my jumper cables in my wife's truckster because the ones I have are like from World War II or something.
Right.
They're gigantic. They're like 0 gauge. So I didn't have a nice little pair to throw in the van, but... Anyway, somebody was able to loan me some quickly and jumped it off another minivan. And then the worst part, I had to get a battery quick. It was snowing. The snow was pouring down here. I had to get a battery quickly.
Right.
Went to the parts store And I'm like, if you just give me a 10 millimeter, I can just go ahead and swap this thing out. No, I'll do it. The guy says, I'll do it. I'll do it. It was just to stand there and watch this guy change my battery. Just to stand there and watch it happen.
Was it hard?
It was disturbing. That's what it was. Just to see him mess it up. Just to see him get the little, use the super long ratchet. Like, what are you doing? He had the super long extension.
No adjustable wrench?
No, he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't have like a crescent wrench on there. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so that was my day today. Dead van, had to get the new battery. So that, but you know what? Nowadays, it's so easy. Batteries grow on trees practically. You can go to like any store and get a battery.
Right. Just stop by Walmart where you get everything.
Yeah. This battery was from 2010, so it was on its last leg, and
yeah, you got your money's worth out of it.
Yeah, we're good to go now. Good to go. But so that was my fun day. The kids had a good time with that, talking about Daddy's van dying. And all that.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
I know, it was kind of traumatic in front of the whole town,
Yeah.
But it was nice because I had some support there too. Good friends there helping me out.
Good.
So obviously the big news, what just went down earlier this week, the Detroit Auto Show.
Oh yeah, it's all over the internet. We're here to spread it all over the pod airwaves.
Yeah, we're just gonna pod your face off with the Detroit Auto Show here.
Yeah, that's it.
What a show. Always. I feel like excited puppy when the announcements start coming out. When there's like a room full of people, an excited puppy just runs around all the people in the room.
Yep.
And that's how I feel. It's like, it's just boom, boom, press release after announcement after announcement. They all hit at once. And I'm just going to shoot down the list here, Joe, and let's, just give a couple of my thoughts, and you jump in too. I know you've been following it.
Yeah.
The first thing is the 2016 Acura NSX.
Oh yeah, the heavily awaited, all eyes on Acura.
And hot, literally hot. The thing burst into flames at the Nürburgring like a year ago.
Yeah, that's a minor setback.
In full camouflage. But what's weird about some of the car development is like they overshare it. Like the NSX, you've seen it in many iterations in like prototype form and camouflaged,
right.
And it's like in video games and stuff. I mean, so it's like you feel like, oh, I've sort of already seen this for the last few years.
Yeah, like that Jay Leno commercial, I think it was like 2 years ago, wasn't it? Super Bowl commercial or something?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like the Chevy Camaro was the same way.
Yeah.
It's like you'd seen it for 3 years by the time it finally came out for sale.
Yeah, that's
I don't
too
know
much.
about that. I don't know about that technique, but anyway, looking at the styling of it has never really grabbed me. It sort of seems like when it's like it was designed with a scalpel or something. It's like everything is so sharp,
right,
and sort of scrunched down. Like the headlights are real skinny and the taillights are skinny, and
yep.
I'm sure in person it's like super impactful and awesome. But and I'm sure it's incredible to drive. The interior looks really minimalist and cool. I really like that versus all teched out. And but it does have a very sterile look to it, like everything Acura or Honda does,
Yeah,
so,
that's kind of right up their alley, I guess.
Yeah, that kind of very conservative look. One thing that really jumped out, I know your brother is into the 3D printing.
Yeah, he is.
And he's got a YouTube channel on that. I've seen some of his videos there. The Local Motors, which is based out of Detroit, really cool company. I'm not even sure how you say this word. The Strati, the world's first 3D printed car.
Oh, you know what? I think he mentioned that to me.
Yeah. Says it takes 44 hours to print 212 layers.
Wow.
And then the next step is they do CNC router work, and then they assemble any non-3D printed components. And they feel this is the future of manufacturing automobiles.
Yeah, I believe it. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff that my brother's printed with his small home-use 3D printer, and it's pretty amazing. And I've seen some of the higher-end printers. When I was at the PRI show, I looked at some high-end 3D printers, and you can make some nice parts out of those. So I'm sure, like anything, as the technology gets better, that could definitely be the future. I could agree with that.
Do they have the technology down yet where you can like print a ham sandwich?
Not that I know of.
Not to sound like Homer Simpson here, but can you not print a sandwich yet? Are we not there yet?
If we're
that
not,
would be great.
Somebody should focus their energy on that.
You got your ham cartridge, and you just fill them. I can totally picture how it would work. So, anywho, they actually had one on premises, and they were taking folks for like some sort of an indoor drive. There's some videos online of it. Really cool.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, fascinating. Another car that jumped out at me, again, there's various sites you can check out, Motor Trend, Autoblog, others that have coverage of the Detroit Auto Show. If you're not checking into it, please do. You'll see some really awesome stuff. Is the Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. And I'm not sure how much you've looked into this car, Joe, but really intriguing sports car that we'll see here roaming the streets real soon.
Yeah, actually, I have seen some videos that have popped up, around on that car, and it does look very cool.
Yeah, and Mazda partnering with Alfa Romeo on that one with the Miata.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there's some sort of a fair amount of platform sharing going on there, so you'll see similarities. But that particular one, it's turbocharged, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds and 1.1 lateral Gs.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a little Lotus, type car.
Right.
Now, one that was a car just jumping along here that was really near and dear to my heart. I was excited to see this one when I heard it leaked a few days before the show. Was the 2016 Lexus GSF.
Yeah, I saw about that. I know that you're a Lexus F fan yourself.
Definitely. And I saw this thing, saw some pictures, and when I saw the pictures leak out, I thought, well, kind of conservative, but it is the GS, I guess. You can't go too crazy with it. But then the numbers and things came out. I just feel like they're just... It's nice that it's not a tank. It's about 4,000 pounds, still heavier than like the CTSV, but not by much, but lighter than the other competitors. But just as far as the power goes and everything, I was hoping to see something really cool under the hood. Like, I still keep hoping that Yamaha V10 that was in the LFA will get reworked and shoved into some kind of sedan. But no, it's the same 5-liter, 460 horsepower. And I sound like a spoiled brat complaining about 460 horsepower.
A little bit, Tom.
But, I mean, the competitors are coming out with 550, 5-something.
630.
600, 500. I mean, it would really be nice if they could just go crazy, on a model.
Yeah, it would be really cool, and it's like the LFA is just such a tease because it's so exotic, but they're so scared to do anything like that with their other vehicles.
I know, and I mean, I have the 2008 ISF. I really love it, but when I look at this, I think, well, it's sort of like just it feels like a refreshed version of what I have. It's like, well, it's not like... I don't know. Maybe I'd have to drive in one. So I'm sure it's way nicer than my old 2008. But
well, I think that the ISF, that's your 30s car. Maybe in the 40s, Tom. Maybe the GSF is the direction you need to go.
I want an F minivan of some sort. I've emailed every automaker. Please make a fast minivan. No one wants to hear it. Another jumping ahead here, the Nissan Titan XD. The Titan isn't really a leader in the truck segment, but packing the 5-liter Cummins turbo diesel V8.
Yeah, I saw that sequential turboed V8, and I saw a lot of negative feedback on it. People saying it looks like a Ford here and a GM here and a Ram here I don't know. I think that you can kind of do that with a lot of vehicles, but I have to give Nissan credit for pushing the limits a little bit here compared to what they were doing.
Yeah, 310 horsepower, 555 pound-feet, and I'm sure you can just plug some little $90 box into it and get 1,000 foot-pounds out of it.
Yeah, that's in typical diesel engine fashion.
As diesel guys do, as they're wont to do. But, a lot of the truck styling is sort of, it's borrowed from one another, it seems like, isn't it? But,
I'm
Chevy
okay
Volt,
with it.
I am too. The truck shape. I mean, they're all the same shape basically. The Chevy Volt had some cool upgrades. They're just evolving that. more range, more miles per gallon. Kind of an interesting vehicle, but just something about GM's styling. They can't get past that cheap look. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely do, and I think that I think it looks better than the original version.
Definitely.
But yeah, it still looks like, I don't know.
Like
I feel
a Cavalier or something.
Yeah, it's like they redesigned. It's like a Cavalier concept car that they've tried too hard on.
I hate to say that. I root for the American automakers and doing cool stuff, but I don't know, man. You just sit in one of those cars and it just feels so cheap. They look good in pictures, like the interior and everything. Yeah. But you sit in one and it's like, I don't know, man.
I actually prefer the Chevy Bolt concept that I saw at the auto show there. It's like more like, I would say, like a Kia Soul type vehicle.
Yeah. I think that was a really smart vehicle.
Yeah, I think it looks better. I think it makes more sense. I think it was a great idea.
Yeah, and an efficient, affordable people mover. It's like, yes. I see old people riding around in like Kia Souls and stuff all the time. A car that's marketed to young people.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, isn't it?
Old people buy Scions. I see old people in Scions all the time. Not the FRS necessarily, but like other Scions.
Yeah, that cube design is efficient,
Yeah, it is. It's easy to get in and out of and all that stuff. Okay, let's see. Have you seen that Jeep Renegade? What do you think about that?
I like it. It has kind of an old school look to it. If I remember when I saw it, it was pretty cool.
Kind of cute, It's an interesting little look they got going on there. Let's see, one more. Oh, okay. So I'm saving my best for last here. I'll give you my. I know there's one you definitely want to talk about. First of all, Ford. Ford went crazy at this show.
Ford was just killing it at the Detroit Auto Show.
They didn't go completely banana nuts because they are saying, I read one of their press releases. You can hear the piece of paper I have here with me. And they have said that they're going to release 12 Ford Performance vehicles. I think they said over the course of the next year or two or something like that. Wow. I'm losing it now. But so they didn't go insane, but so they have definitely more in the hopper. But the Mustang GT 350R.
Right. Built to compete with the Z28, apparently.
I love this quote from the press release. If a part did not make the car faster around a road course, it was considered for deletion.
Considered for deletion.
Oh, I love that. Now I want that on a shirt. That is good. I want that on my. I want that in the garage, like up on the wall. I love that.
Oh, that's like my whole mantra when I'm building my race car.
That is, you're much yes. I don't deserve that line. You have earned it for sure over the years, and with the car you're building now. But carbon fiber wheels.
Yes,
on that thing.
I did read about that, and I heard a quote that those wheels are something like $5,000.
Wow.
I don't know if that's each or a set, but that's a lot of money either way.
They're 19 by 11 and 19 by 11 and a half in the rear, and it says they provide 13 pounds of unsprung weight reduction per wheel.
Per wheel. That's a lot of weight.
Not too shabby. But pretty amazing car, awesome engine. It's 130 pounds lighter than the GT 350, which you heard very little about, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised there wasn't more.
To this. I know. They jumped right to the R model here. But it's got that awesome 5.2 liter flat plane crank V8 in there.
Yep.
What's that? 500 horsepower and 400 pound-feet, naturally aspirated.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fun.
Dude. And, listen to just the coolers. It has an air-to-oil engine cooler, manual transmission cooler, and differential cooler. Oh, my.
Yeah, it's screaming for the road course.
It's so amazing. I love the engineering going into these cars you can just go buy. And you can add back air conditioning and power locks and stuff if you want.
I did see that there was a package for that.
Isn't that great? But I'm burying the lead here. I'm saving the best for last, in my opinion. You know what I'm going to mention now. Is there any other?
I know where you're going.
Is there any other cars you want to throw in there?
I got one more. Since we're talking about Ford and what a great job they did at making their presence known at the auto show. Before you get to the money shot there, I'd like to mention the 2017 Ford Raptor. Did you hear about that?
Yes, definitely check that out.
With a huge change, going from that big 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8 to an EcoBoost twin-turbo V6.
Man, I love it. They are all in on the turbo engines. I mean, all in.
They definitely have our attention, I'm sure of that.
Oh, and the name EcoBoost, it's such a brilliant name they have.
Yeah, it is. It just covers the boost makes it sound aggressive. The eco makes it sound like it's saving you some money and saving the environment type of thing. It's great.
It's a brilliant marketing, too, behind the awesome engineering. Saw the Raptor. Looks so impressive. How's it that other automakers just can't figure out, like, the Raptor type truck? They just can't.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to mention that
they just can't do it.
That the Ram Rebel. Did you hear about the Ram Rebel?
Yeah,
well,
I did.
They tried to kind of take a shot at the Raptor, and they just failed miserably.
And then you got GM that does like these little just add-on packages and stuff, and I don't know. I guess they're just not willing to commit the resource to doing it. But man, the Raptor's been so cool, and it's made for some of the best videos online of people jumping them. I don't know if you've seen any of these videos.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Man, those are some great ones.
All right, so let's get to the bottom of this, Tom. What is it that you're holding back on?
Ford GT concept.
Oh man, you know what's funny about this is I think
did you see that?
Like 3 episodes ago, didn't we say why doesn't Ford make another GT?
Yeah, well, it was that, and then we were like, why can't they do it for like the price of a Corvette?
Right, they need something to compete with a Corvette. The Mustang's not cutting it.
I think we were hoping that they would make like some sort of watered down Ford GT of some sort in the Corvette. I mean, to me that still makes sense though, but because this thing is swinging for the fences.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's.
I mean, it's. Oh my! I've got some of the info on it here.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, geez, where do you even start? Built around a carbon monocoque with structural carbon fiber body panels, but with aluminum subframes front and back. So that is like pure race car, super exotic construction. Definitely. Like McLaren, all that. And any of the supercars, this is how they're built.
Have we heard any weight specifications on this thing yet?
Nope, nothing yet. Carbon ceramic brakes, of course, which I hear the carbon ceramic brakes on the Corvette are just like life-changing. No dust, they last forever.
Yeah, Porsche's been doing that for years, and they've been leading in the brake department all that time.
Porsche, definitely, yes. They were the trailblazer there. 3.5-liter EcoBoost twin-turbo V6, more than 600 horsepower is what they're quoting to the wheels, mind you. That's what they're saying.
Wow.
And the engine, which is something it's a version of what they've been running in their Daytona prototype vehicle, race car.
Okay.
Hooked up to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission. So,
oh, man.
I know. So they've been, here's sneaky Ford. Hey, Ford, you sneaky little.
Sneaky.
You're so sneaky running your engine in the race car that you're going to use in the real thing. I mean, Ford. So,
I feel like they hit all the bullet points on this car, man. They really nailed it.
I could keep going. They didn't release a ton of specs on the car, really, which, it's a concept. That's a very common, just to release the basics. The press release was fairly vague, but to forget the press release, forget the numbers, just look at it.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
Just
well
look
done.
At the thing. I was checking it out on the iPad, and my wife happened to saunter by and saw it. And she said, "What is that?" Now, my wife is not a car person,
right,
folks. And she was like, "Dang." I mean, I'm sorry. That is fantastic work. And it's not like they just said, "Oh, let's do the GT40 retro version again." This is a real modern evolution of that shape. It is so impressive. Oh.
Yeah, they did a great job. It's still recognizable as a Ford GT, but it's all new as well.
Yeah, and what was fun is, I went to that car show I told you about in the last episode.
Right.
And got to see the previous generation Ford GT in person, and I hadn't seen one in person in a long time. So it was fun to see one in person and have that in my mind and see this, these pictures and be able to compare it fresh like that. But what an incredible. I mean, I'm sorry, the NSX or whatever, forget it. This thing just sunk that.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm going to be really jealous when you trade the wife's Highlander in for one of these.
Yeah, the price is, oh my gosh, I can only imagine what this thing's going to cost, because I mean, you start reading, when you get the carbon fiber monocoque, forget it. You're done. Just sell the house, sell your organs. Just, man. At that point, when you hear that phrase, you're done. It's going to be very, very expensive. And if you heard rumors of the Corvette mid-engine. Yeah,
I keep hearing about that. I even saw a picture of something that looked like some kind of weird pickup truck that they were claiming was a test mule for that.
Oh, really? I love that kind of stuff. I bet it is. I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, it had a really long bed and a tiny cab way up front, It looked like it was possible.
Yeah. Oh, I love that kind of cloak and dagger stuff going on at the automakers. If you go to, I've spent some time in Detroit for work, and you see these manufacturer vehicles running around in camo and stuff. It's so cool to see.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of fun seeing them roam around. Well, so that's just some of the cool stuff. There are many other cars, but I have to give my final thought on this show and car shows in general.
Okay.
If I may, Joe, take a second here. Let me tell you the most ridiculous thing about these car shows.
Okay.
The automaker presentation of the new models, when they present them to the press and the public, they're all the same. Okay, here comes the techno dubstep music. Oonts, 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 oonts. Here comes the smoke. There's a sheet over the car on the stage. Here comes old white CEO dude up on the stage. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. He reads the teleprompter in a very sort of uncomfortable, awkward way for way too long. Then they take the sheet off of the awesome car, which stands on its own. More techno dubstep oonts, oonts going on, and more crazy lighting. And then the music comes down, and the CEO, more CEO talk. And then that's it. Every single one is the same. I don't care what it is. You watch these. They did this for the Z06. They botch all these presentations. They're just, I don't know how you could take something so cool and make it boring, but they do it every time.
They're lacking something, and I think what it is that they're lacking is the Chevy footlockers.
Well, just that the nunchucks and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Maybe we need to go back to dancers and stuff in front of cars. But all I know is it's like every car CEO guy being like, "Oh, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm going to go up and just be awesome on stage," but they're not. Yeah. They're just like awkward and dry, and I don't know, man. Something needs to change with these car presentations. The last 20 I've seen have been just terrible like this.
Yeah, I agree.
So. Anyway, an awesome show overall. If you ever get a chance to go one of these big car shows, they are so much fun. You got to do it. I went to Detroit years ago and loved it. I hope I can go again someday.
Yeah, they're definitely cool. Fun thing to witness.
Well, Joe, after this, I need a break.
All right. Yeah, I agree. Let's take a quick break.
I need to lay down for a minute.
Listen to some music. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, Joe.
Thanks again for listening to the Tom and Joe Auto Show. If you'd like to check out either mine or Tom's YouTube channels and see what we're cooking up over there, you can just search Tom's Turbo Garage to find Tom on YouTube, or search Joe Wrenches to find me on YouTube.
Yeah, we have lots of fun making these videos, Joe, and sharing them with everybody and getting everybody's comments and things. It really is a lot of fun, and met lots of cool people, and it's just fun checking them out, and just sharing it with everybody. It's been something I've done for the last few years here, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun with it. I started my channel back in like July, and it's been going well. It's been a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah.
We got a couple more topics here. We definitely ate up a bunch of time on the Detroit Auto Show, which was very cool. But let's just go through a couple quick topics here, Tom. Moving along. Good. Let's hit up one of our recurring segments here. We have Wishing for a Dream Car. And I think that goes well after talking about the Detroit Auto Show. There might be some new cars on the list, or maybe there's something else maybe you thought of.
Well, I'm going to keep this real short. I'm building mine right now.
Oh.
I can't say anything else.
That's it, huh?
All will be revealed very soon. But, I thought about this a lot. Joe and I talk about our topics beforehand. We have them, organized. We share them and stuff. And I'm building it right now. I mean, I'm telling you what, I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the thick of it. It's fun. It's exciting. This is the car I've wanted to build for more than 20 years. And it's just where I'm at right now. I'm just on fire on this right now. I'm having too much fun.
Man, that's great, Tom. That's good to hear.
Yeah, man. I'm having a good time. I'll be sharing that with everybody real soon.
I cannot wait. All right, well then, real quickly then, I know last time we had this segment, I was talking about the Audi R8, and I really do love that car. I think it's a great car. We have the Detroit Auto Show here, and I mean the Ford GT. That's a dream car for anybody. I definitely would say that. Even the GT350R. That's a hell of a car right there. But
still a Mustang. I mean, whoa! Did who said that? Hey, get out of here!
Oh boy, here comes the Mustang hate mail now, Tom. Good job.
No, I actually love Mustangs.
Yeah, I do too.
You ever shut the door in one? It's like anyway, never mind. Nothing.
Oh man, well.
Boat anchor.
Detroit Auto Show aside, I really think that I already made up my mind on what my new dream car is like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, what do you got?
I was a big Cadillac CTS-V fan before, and this new one, it just makes me drool. I just want to own it.
It's beautiful. It really is, yeah. I think that's a fine choice. It's a darn good car. The looks don't strike me like the old one did. Like the old one was just crazy with all those edges and things.
Yeah.
But I think this is a more grown-up look.
It definitely is, and I'm a more grown-up guy.
You are. You're a grown-up, Joe. Face it.
Yeah, it's true.
No, I think it's in the white. I think it's beautiful. I'm sure it looked good in some other colors, and I'm in awe of that car. They've done such an amazing job with it. The whole package. I'm terrified to see what they're asking for it, but it's going to be a darn great car, and that's a fine dream car there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know. It seems like if I could have a car that I could take some friends out to dinner in, or I could drive myself down the quarter mile in, depending on how I feel that day, it just sounds like a good deal.
Dude, fast sedans are where it's at. I'm telling you. As you get older, as you're young, you can do a fast coupe.
I hate to say it, but you're right. As you get older,
I'm telling you, it's a practicality thing. Us old dudes start getting practical, and that's what it's about. But fast sedans are pretty cool, they make them handle like a coupe. I mean, seriously,
they do.
The faster you go, what I've found in my sedans, like as you get going faster, the car kind of shrinks around you. You don't feel like
you get that feeling.
I mean? Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's great. I think it's. Obviously, I've never driven one, but I want to.
Yeah, looks great. Looks great, and I'm sure with that. Have you seen any of the videos of the new Corvette with the 8-speed cracking off like a quarter-mile run?
Yes, I have.
Oh, and they got that same 8-speed in the Cadillac.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a setup right there. Just that. I mean, they just cracking off those shifts, man. I don't care. People can hate on automatics, but a really good 8-speed like that, I'll take it, man.
Oh, yeah. Automatics have come a long way.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
All right. Well, moving on from that, Tom, we do have a final segment for the show today. It's a listener question. The question came in from Michael. I believe it came to Tom's Turbo Garage.
Yeah.
as a Facebook message.
Yep. I've been getting tons of messages lately, and I'm a little bit behind, but my man Michael hit me up over there, and he found my videos, and I guess came to the Facebook page off of one of my videos, my old Miata videos, Turbo Miata.
Yeah.
And which was really cool. And I like when, those videos are years old now, and folks are still telling me that they find them helpful or interesting. So, or they like,
that's great.
Or they like the cat in there, whatever it may be. And I think that's really what's fun, if these can have a life, a longer life to them. But now. Yeah. He's making his own videos, which is my favorite thing in the world, when somebody starts making their own. I Definitely. Know. Go Michael, man. I love it. There was Eric. I shared this video on my page the other day. He started making videos. He's a DSM guy, and he started making these cool videos.
Oh, yeah. That was a great video.
Man, he killed it.
Definitely.
Eric, if you're listening, man, so impressed. That was just so well done. But back to Michael. But so his question is, will the car culture be extinct in our lifetimes?
I say easily. I say no.
No, it's impossible. It's so intertwined in our culture, in our country, in just how our country operates.
I understand.
System.
I understand the question. I get it, because things are definitely evolving quickly at this point. But like we were talking about, the cars that are the big heavy hitters at the Detroit Auto Show are all performance vehicles. It's strong still.
People still want to go out and lay rubber.
Yep, definitely.
Maybe they want to do it in a very sophisticated way.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely evolved, but it's not going anywhere.
Like there's Tesla. I've seen videos of it doing donuts. Like that super fast Tesla sedan, whatever. P85.
P85, yeah.
Yeah, it's just laying rubber and just tire sound. It's so weird just hearing tires, that weird tire sound. But I can't see it being extinct. But it will evolve and change and morph into different things. But, it's all about, I guess, I don't know, no matter what it is. I wonder about gasoline running out someday and what that will do. Or not running out, but just becoming more scarce or more super. We're in this crazy time now where gas is cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap right now, but that's probably not going to last.
But it's messing up our economy, the gas is so cheap. It's messing up the stock market and everything. But I imagine gas going way up or being heavily taxed in the future, and that changing car culture, people being into pimping out their self-driving car somehow.
Yep. Yeah, I think that if we don't actually start to run out of gasoline, or and it becomes more in demand because there's not as much of it around or whatever. If that doesn't happen, I feel like the government's gonna somehow drive it out. They're giving extra money to people who buy electric vehicles and that sort of thing, and I think that's going to continue to happen.
Yeah, I there's no reason it wouldn't. Driving is it's like an American freedom.
Yeah,
it's like one of our freedoms that we have is driving. It's independence. It's like a right that every American, it's just part of one of our core freedoms to drive and to just go wherever we want. And whether that be in whatever type of vehicle it is, but if that's still intact in our society, people are going to want to, lower whatever it is they're riding around in, cut the springs on it, or make it louder, or whatever.
Yeah, just make it theirs. That's what people like to do. Make it their own,
Personalizing it. Yeah. So car culture, and what's funny is you have a group of people that, you like subwoofers? Oh, I do too. And then suddenly you have 20 people that get together.
Yeah.
And they meet and stuff. That's what I've always found the most fascinating, is these groups. I bought a Neon, and I get a note back in the day. I get a note on my car saying, "Hey, we've got a Neon club." Suddenly, there's 30 dudes with Neons hanging out. I'm like, this is so weird. I know, it's just so I can't ever see that changing. Unless some kind of virtual thing takes over and takes the space of that social aspect of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't see it happening.
No, I don't either. I don't think it's going anywhere for a while, Joe.
Nah, I don't either. All right. Well, thanks for that question, Michael. We appreciate it. If any of the listeners here have any other questions, they can send them to our email at joeandtomsemail@gmail.com, or they can hit us up on our Facebook or on either of our YouTube channels. Wherever you can find us, go ahead and send your questions in. We're dying to hear them.
Sounds good, Joe.
All right, Tom. Well, thanks again. Good podcast number 7.
Yeah.
We're out.
All right. Thanks, Joe. See you later.
All right. See you.